How's it going, everybody? Moose here in the garage with the Goldwing. I've been packing all day. I don't leave for a few more weeks, but I wanted to get a nut. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Take 24. It's not as easy as it looks. All right. How's it going, everybody? Moose here in the garage today with the Goldwing, and we've been packing all day. Well, there is no we involved. I've been trying to sort things out for my trip coming up here in a couple weeks, and I just want to make sure that everything fits. And let me tell you, that is easier said than done. Goldwing's not a huge bike for packing. It's a little small. Especially the 2019. I can see where they went with a bigger trunk on the 2021, 22 models, probably 23 as well. But nevertheless, it's what I have, so it's what I'm packing. And this is basically a video, one, to show you guys what I did. I'm not going to go through every piece of equipment. I'll do that when I'm camping, I do believe. But, what we do have will be a record of what I have in the bike and how I have it put in there. One, for me, when I go on my trip, I'll remember how to put it in there because it's a few weeks away. Two, I can maybe look it over and see if there's any other ideas what I can do with it. Three, give me an excuse to make a new video. Four, do we really need 4 reasons? I don't think so. The only thing not in the bike presently I'm cheating with is the GoPro and the clamp up here on the garage door runner. The Hero 9 GoPro over here on the little tripod. The tripod's staying home, the GoPro's going. And of course my phone, which is over there on another tripod that will be staying here. On the bike though, I have it set up for camping and one other item, by the way. Zoleo, which will go in my coat pocket and on my backpack when I'm hiking. So that's not in the bike either. What we do have though, we have rain gear, cover for the bike, quilts, clothing, and other items, 2 hiking poles, and this will be basically the bag I'm going to take into the hotel the first night, because the first night I'm not planning on camping. The first night I am planning on hoteling it. I'm going to leave work, come home, grab the bike. So the night I go to take off, I probably won't ride the bike to work, because I don't want to have all the stuff sitting out in the parking lot. That's on the back seat. In the cowl, I have tooling, Allen wrenches, and a few other wrenches I know I might need for like e-brake adjustments and stuff like that. Just minor stuff, because let's face it, a newer bike like this breaks down, you're not going to fix it on the side of the road most likely. Saddlebag, camera gear, with the exception of the GoPros and my phone, which is usually in my pocket. Other saddlebag, some camera gear, boots, chair, and other items like that. Trunk, everything else I'll need for camping, including tarps, the hammock, odds and ends. And like I said, we'll tear all that apart when we get to the campground in a few weeks. And I'll show it to you as long as it's not raining. If it's going to rain, and it looks like it's going to rain, I might change up what I'm doing for my trip. But for now, let's get into it. Let's go. Camera gear. Charging bag. So the charging bag I made, I'm going to take that with me. It's got all my camera gear in it with the exception of the 2 GoPros at the present time. Selfie stick, tripod, and the phone mount goes in there as well. That's what's in this bag, and that's what's in that saddlebag. Along with the clamp that my Kaylee 7 gave me last year, that goes in the back corner. I also have... Ow. I just hit my head on that. Well, I'll see if that's bleeding in a minute. In the back, I have a pod. It's a beanbag pod. Bottom of that, there is a GoPro door for the Hero 9 or 10. I use this for some shots I'm out and about. It's nice, it's squishy, it's angled. I love it. I took a pod and I made it so to make a GoPro option. That's in the saddlebag. All right, no blood. We're good. You get a cat for that. All right. That's it for this saddlebag. That saddlebag is now empty. Camera gear, couple mounts. Move on to the other saddlebag. In the other saddlebag, I have a mic for the camera, if I need it, the Olympus. Gold Bond powder, just in case you get a little stinky while you're out there camping without a shower. Bug spray, Repel, 40% DEET. Fire extinguisher, better than a rock chair. This is always in here. And that, I have some camera mounts that I might need for filming on the bike, such as a tripod mount, the angle mounts, some of the RAM mounts. Got pills in there for my medication, a couple wires. Basically, I put that where I can fit it. Never open the bag. Opening the bag and everything goes to I got my boots. Inside the boots, boot one, I have a pair of jumper leads. I'll do jump box. Very handy. An amazingly bright Olight flashlight. Which, by the way, can double as a roadside flare. Green, red, blue, white. So I'm taking that with me. That'll be in one of the boots. Taking the hiking boots and wearing my motorcycle boots. That's in that boot. And the other boot, I have my Olympus camera, a cleaning cloth with a ND variable ND filter, and a fisheye lens for the Olympus. Along with that, I got the air compressor and like bags. Those are always inside the bike. I'm gonna leave all the bungee cords at home. If I need more, I'll buy them. All right, so let me change up where the camera goes and I'll be right back with you. This is where it gets interesting. This will basically be just good enough to sit against. It might be a little bit of pressure, nothing like that big yellow bag. Oh, the dreaded yellow bag. So, we bought some carabiners off Amazon. And basically what I did with these carabiners is I hooked them to different things I have in the back of the bike. I'm hooking to this strap down here, this netting. That way if something comes loose, at least something will have a chance to catch it. And hopefully I'll realize it came loose prior to that. So, we have one reason I put a few extra bungee cords on here. I wanted to have some bungee cords with me and I figured, well, instead of trying to store them, best spot was to put them on storage bike. So I got a bungee cord going across the rain gear and cover, along with, I believe, the chair pieces in here for my chair. Another bungee cord. Holding on the rain gear. You see what I mean here? I got this clip on here. That way if the bag falls off, at least something will catch it. Harley Davidson bag. Love it. Rain gear, chair back, cover to the bike. That's pretty much the only thing. Then on the back of that, I have a few more clips. Behind that, and behind the bag, tripod. For the Olympus, for the phone, whatever else I need. I love having this tripod along with me. I was going to leave it home. I decided to take it, so hopefully it didn't backfire. And now I know how to store it on the bike. It should be okay. We have hiking poles. 2 of them. And they're held in with the netting in the bike to make it fit. So there's boots on the ground. Hiking pole. 2 of them. And one thing I did to my hiking poles is when I go hiking and I film, which by the way, you'll be able to find newer hiking videos I'm going to do this year. They'll be on this channel. I'm done having 2 channels. It's too much work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the other channel and just going to post things to say that, hey, this one's available on this channel. If you want to go watch it, go over to this channel and watch it. And that's how I'm going to do that for a while. And then eventually people will realize that that's where the channel's going to be if they're not watching, and go from there. But anyways, what I did to my hiking poles, and this one's kind of coming off a little bit, is I put camera mounts on the hiking poles. So I can put the adapters on there and I can have the camera on there when I'm out walking. Instead of taking the tripod with me out walking, pole, slap it in the ground, put it against a tree, holds the camera, film myself. And I did the same thing with this one, but this one has a GoPro mount on it. That way I don't have to carry extra mounts when I'm out hiking. It's extra gear. Probably could have got away with doing that for camping, but I mean, the thing is, they're for sitting up and using down and dirty. I wouldn't want to have my camera sitting out at camp stuck in the ground for the whole night if I was doing something. And of course, to hold that tripod on, there's a bungee cord going around the back side. The other bungee cord for the rain bag. And then this is just, I think everybody's probably ridden has one of these. This is one of those nettings you use to adjust with. I got that holding everything on. Back seat. I'm not going to go through the bag right now. This is a Earth Pack backpack. Dry bag. It's got my kitchen kit in it. Quilts. Frying pan. Some clothes that I'll need at the hotel, food bag, cook kit, propane canister or butane canister, I guess I should say, and stuff like that. Because I think the first night, like I said, I'm going to hotel it, but I'm thinking I might just eat on the road. But if I want some quick meals or something I can boil in a bag when I get to the hotel, I don't have to leave the hotel. I got food with me, dried, freezer dried food. So might do that when I get to the hotel that night. I've been working on this all day, trying different iterations. And this is the first one I found that actually worked. So let's get into the trunk. Mike, buddy, this little clamp you gave me, once I put this little swivet, which I don't even know if they still make, on this thing, some GoPro mounts, this thing is great. You clamp it on, you can turn it, swivel the camera where you want it. Love this thing. Love it. Love it. Tour pack. Oh. There's quite a bit of stuff in here. Let's start with, let's grab this GoPro here. That is the trunk. Charging bricks on the left-hand side. Chair is right underneath that. So let's tear this apart, I'll have this camera I'm hand holding, the GoPro there, and of course this one in the background. So, solar powered charging brick to the left. I have a Leatherman charge down here. I'll probably also have a pair of Craftsman pliers in there as well. I think they're both fit. Let's do a test fit here. Yeah. So I'll have a pair of Craftsman slip joint pliers. Show you what those are. I'll probably put some bits in here. I got a Phillips and a thing bit in there, Phillips and flathead, and a slipable joint. I don't even know if they make those anymore. They made a better set originally, and they stopped making them. And unfortunately, I had a set of those when I worked at Midbrook, and I left them on the floor and somebody stole them. And if you're watching this, whoever stole them. Another charging brick right here. Rab Power. I use that mainly for running my tablet. I have down in front wooden spoon for cooking, saw for cutting. I'm not going to take a hatchet this time, by the way. I got a pair of tongs, a brush for cleaning out the cast iron pan. We already touched on the Leatherman down here. And figure out how we're gonna get this shit out of here. This is one of those collapsible chairs. Kind of like a Helinox, but not as good. I'll probably replace it with a Helinox eventually. It's just a basic chair. The fabric to it's inside that bag right here. Got our bag. This is a Pacific dry bag, and inside this dry bag I have well, I got my hammock, my tarps, some clothes, some of the stuff I use for hiking, different stuff like that. I took some of the stuff out of the bags I use for hiking because that was the only way I could figure out a way to make it fit in the bike, was to dismantle everything and put it in the bag with a dry bag. I had this hiking pouch, it's a front pouch. I'll go over that when I go camping. It's a great system for hiking. But with everything in it, which is nice, I couldn't get it to fit. So I took everything out, put it in a bag, and rearranged it around the dry bag, spread it out more or less, gave myself more room. And then, of course, cold flat knife. Lots of knife. Well, not really, but I'll show you this thing. This is a nice knife. This is a knife. This right here is a knife made by oh my God, David Canterbury's survival place. I can't think of the name of that place right now. Self-Reliance Outfitters. David Canterbury, he was on that Dual Survival show. But anyways, he has a survival school in Ohio, but they also make knives. And this is one of their knives they make. Got a nice maple handle on it. PKS. I can't remember what the name of the school is right now, I'm sorry. But anybody out there knows, this is an excellent knife. I've had this for almost 2 years now. It just holds an edge. It's a good 1/4 inch thick spline. You can strike things with that nice maple handle. I put a lanyard on it. Beautiful knife. I take that every time I go hiking or camping. It's always good to have a good belt knife. Fortunately, you can get in trouble if you carry them in the wrong places nowadays, so you gotta watch that. That's in the bottom of the bag. I have two collapsible lights. Here are extra gloves, these are the Denise gloves. I find that these Denise X-Strike, awesome gloves for cold weather. They're not vented real well, so instead of wearing the gauntlets all the time, I keep these in there for colder weather. And then I use the ones over there that I bought last year when I saw Mike down there to use for warmer weather. They breathe better, so I keep those in there for cooler weather. Awesome lighter. This is a Titan light. It runs on Titan light. It runs on lighter fluid, of course, but it's sealed. So it's got an O-ring on it. It's kind of like a Zippo setup. No flip top, it's got a screw top, quick screw. USA made lighter. Fantastic lighter. Taking that for fires. Then in the back, 10-foot selfie stick, because who doesn't need one of those on a trip? It's great for the 360 shots. I'm not taking the drone, so I use that to fake drone shots, kind of. I don't fake drone shots with it, but you know what I mean. They're very useful for when you don't have a drone. And I got a headlamp over in the corner over here. I am going where there are bears. Only black bear, of course, but this is Grizzly Tough Pepper Spray. So I'm taking that with me just in case I am going hiking in bear country. I'm not really too worried about bears, especially in Michigan. They're just black bears, but better safe than sorry. Pair of Sharpening Stones. They don't make these anymore. These are ceramic. I don't even know the company. I can't find them. I know they don't make them anymore. Those things are great. Sharpen lots of knives with those. And then iPad Pro tablet. Black garbage bag. And kind of like it's a plastic bag, kind of like a tie-back bag kind of thing. But it's a bag we have from work. I cut it down. I made it's a floor base. Go on the floor on the ground when I'm on my hammock. So I got that in there. And that is everything, I think. Which is enough. Like I said, I'll do a better bag camping thing when I get camping. I'll do a better look at everything. You can see that I got in the bike, but you can see there's a lot of stuff in this bike. Well, there was a lot of stuff in this bike. But that's everything for right now. I'll wear the motorcycle boots, I'll wear my motorcycle coat, and I'll wear my motorcycle pants and my helmet, of course. I'll probably take my drink holder, my Yeti, that'll be up front. I'm sure I'll have some other iterations I'm going to change up, but that's pretty much everything I got for right now. I'm going to probably go inside and start cutting this video together. And then see how this freaking mess I got here. Clean this up and put it in some bags until I get ready to go, but I think I got a good idea how it's going to go camping. So I think that does it pretty good. And like I said, I'll do a more in-depth look into what's inside the bags if you want. Maybe I'll just do it for me. Who knows? So you can see what all I got in the bike and in the bags, how I packed each one of those. But right now I'm going to leave those packed and then go inside and look at cutting this video together. But, as always, this is Moose. Ooh, just lost a GoPro, got too hot. Anyways, as normal, this is Moose. I'll talk at you later. Thanks for listening. My GoPro overheated. Euro 10. Good stuff, you bastards. Beep, 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 beep.